Before we jump into this episode, I want to invite you to join our community to help you become a better steward, scale to billions, and ultimately give more or all of it away. All I want you to do is to click the subscribe button right now. I love your support. It's incredible to see your comments, and we're just getting started. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. Welcome to the Build to Millions podcast, where we guide successful entrepreneurs and investors on the journey from millions to billions. We believe that the key to scaling your business and compounding your wealth starts every single day with the mindset and practice of stewardship over ownership and applying billionaire biblical principles. Our ultimate goal, to help you scale and compound your wealth in life so you can give more, all of it away to help MVPs. I'm your host today, Brett Swartz. In every episode, we feature some of the world's top entrepreneurs, millionaires, and billionaires. They share their principles, values, secrets, and wisdom, providing each of us with the insights we need to reach the next level of faith, success, and impact. I'm excited about our next guest. He's out of California, and he's the president and CEO of Wimbley's Inc., and he's provided concierge boutique real estate services to the Calabasas area since 2005 and other areas surrounding that. And he has over 18 plus years of experience in the industry. And he has a proven track record of closing over $500 million in residential and commercial transactions and so much more. Please welcome to the show with me, Mr. Kamyar Rezaie. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, you did. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. For our listeners getting to know you for the first time, would you give us just a little bit more about your story and your current focus?
Sure. So, yep, I started in, residential real estate back in 2004. Went all the way to 2008, hit the economical crisis. During the economical crisis, I was introduced to a lot of gentlemen with, different families with a lot of shopping centers and commercial properties. And they told me, it'd be a great focus for me to transition to the commercial space. So between 2009 and 11, I started focusing mainly on commercial properties and lending. And thus, I've continued to do so. I still do the residential side for my, referral clients and existing, but I typically focus on the commercial lending and commercial brokerage.
Okay, perfect. That's what we're going to be talking about right now, which is like kind of the state of the commercial, brokerage industry and lending industry. So let's dive right into that. So, what are you seeing right now in commercial real estate lending, and what are some of the trends given where we're at right now in the marketplace?
Yeah, a lot of the commercial investors are on the sidelines. Unless they have a 1031 exchange, which they need to, deploy the money. They're really waiting on sidelines to see what happens with the elections, see what happens with the rates, with the inflation. Majority of the buyers are owner-occupied buyers, typically getting SBA loans, trying to buy their own building versus leasing. Leasing has been, a lot difficult. The actual building owners who are leasing it out, they're increasing the leases. They sometimes just, they want the building back. They want to sell it. So it's a lot of business owners have come to the conclusion they really need to buy their own building, using the SBA loan with the 10% down.
Excellent. So it sounds like, things are kind of stalled out. People are waiting and seeing. However, if they're an owner user, there's some good opportunity because they can get that SBA financing as well, perhaps even get a deal that's decently priced because some people are waiting. Is that a fair summary?
Sure. Correct.
Okay. Excellent. What interest rates, rate caps, what are you seeing, from 6 months ago to where we're recording this today in, September of 2024?
Well, in terms of the cap rates, they're definitely people, buyers are getting better cap rates on the investment side. There's not as much buyers. People don't have much cash flow and reserves because of the prime being so high, at all-time highs. The cash flow, a lot of companies are at all-time lows. They need to make these payments on these credit lines, or, when you owe 5 or 10 million, a quarter or even 1% makes a big difference in your monthly payment. So that's really hurting. But, buyers have a much better advantage, of buying better properties in today's world. The only thing that's obviously hurting them is, the interest rate for the loan. So they're getting a shorter term fixed rates in hopes of the rates are going to decrease and they can refinance in the near future.
So if you like this little short clip of the interview I just did, click over here to watch the full interview. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, everybody.